Which Python packages offer a standalone event system? I am aware of the dispatcher, but there must be other event-related packages around for Python. Which libraries are available? I'm not interested in event managers that are part of large frameworks. I'd rather use a small bare-bones solution that I can easily extend.
Pippi packages. As of October 2022, these are the event-related packages available on Pippi, ordered by most recent release date. There's more. That's a lot of libraries to choose from, using very different terminology: events, signals, handlers, method dispatch, hooks. I'm trying to keep an overview of the above packages, plus the techniques mentioned in the answers here. First, some terminology. Observer pattern. The most basic style of event system is the bag of handler methods, which is a simple implementation of the observer pattern. Basically, the handler methods, callables, are stored in an array and are each called when the event fires. Publish subscribe. The disadvantage of observer event systems is that you can only register the handlers on the actual event object, or handlers list. So at registration time the event already needs to exist. That's why the second style of event systems exists, the publish subscribe pattern. Here, the handlers don't register on an event object, or handler list, but on a central dispatcher. Also, the notifiers only talk to the dispatcher. What to listen for, or what to publish is determined by signal, which is nothing more than a name, string. Mediator pattern. Might be of interest as well, the mediator pattern. Hooks. A hook system is usually used in the context of application plugins. The application contains fixed integration points, hooks, and each plugin may connect to that hook and perform certain actions. Other events. Note, threading.event is not an event system in the above sense. It's a thread synchronization system where one thread waits until another thread signals the event object. Network messaging libraries often use the term events too. Sometimes these are similar in concept, sometimes not. They can of course traverse thread, process and computer boundaries. See for example Python, Pwned, Twisted, Tornado, Jevon, Eventlet. Weak references. In Python, holding a reference to a method or object ensures that it won't get deleted by the garbage collector. This can be desirable, but it can also lead to memory leaks. The linked handlers are never cleaned up. Some event systems use weak references instead of regular ones to solve this. Some words about the various libraries. Observer-style event systems. Zope.event shows the bare bones of how this works. See Lennart's answer. Note, this example does not even support handler arguments. Longfolk's callable list implementation shows that such an event system can be implemented very minimalistically by subclassing list. Falk's variation event hook also ensures the signatures of callees and callers. Spassig's event hook, Michael Ford's event pattern, is a straightforward implementation. Josep's valued lessons event class is basically the same, but uses a set instead of a list to store the bag, and implements _call_, which are both reasonable additions. Notify is similar in concept and also provides additional concepts of variables and conditions. Variable changed event. Homepage is not functional. Axle is basically a bag of handlers with more features related to threading. Error handling. Python dispatch requires the event source classes to derive from. The dispatch.dispatcher, Busline is class-based, supports single or multiple handlers and facilitates extensive type hints. Typico's observer/event is a lightweight design. Publish-subscribe libraries. Linker has some nifty features such as automatic disconnection and filtering based on sender. The pubsub is a stable package, and promises advanced features that facilitate debugging and maintaining topics and messages. Emitter is a Python port of Node.js Event Emitter 2 and offers namespaces, wildcards and TTL. The dispatcher seems to emphasize flexibility with regards to many-to-many publication etc. Supports weak references. Louis is a reworked dispatcher and should work in a wide variety of contexts. PyP dispatcher is based on, you guessed it, the dispatcher and also works in PyP. Django.dispatch is a rewritten dispatcher with a more limited interface, but higher performance. Pylab dispatcher is based on PHP Symfony Framework's Event Dispatcher. Dispatcher was extracted from Django.dispatch but is getting fairly old. Christian Garcia's EventManger is a really short implementation. Others. Pluggy contains a hook system which is used by PyTest plugins. RISP3 implements the observable pattern and allows merging events, retry etc. Qt signals and slots are available from Pyked or Psi2. They work as callback when used in the same thread, or as events, using an event loop, between two different threads. Signals and slots have the limitation that they only work in objects of classes that derive from Cobject.
I've been doing it this way. However, like with everything else I've seen, there is no auto-generated PDoc for this, and no signatures, which really sucks.
We use an event hook as suggested from Michael Ford in his event pattern. Just add event hooks to your classes with. We add the functionality to remove all listener from an object to Michael's class and ended up with this.
I use zopay.event. It's the most bare bones you can imagine. Smile. In fact, here is the complete source code. Note that you can't send messages between processes. For example, it's not a messaging system, just an event system, nothing more, nothing less.